Hi. Hello. Hi, lads. It's me, the local virtual baker, Saltea Kichee. Keeping it cool. Hi, hi, hi. Hi, lads. How are y'all doing today? I'm sorry, Q. I just want to take this off because it's time. I don't know if Q did the summer thing, but someone did the summer thing. Hey, hi, lads. How are y'all doing today? I hope you were satisfied with that 10-minute stream. Listen, I said, like, during the I said, like, when I was gonna do that stream, it was literally gonna be a 10-minute stream. I knew that no one was gonna comment or do anything that much on it, so I got just these. I still wanted to do a stream about it, because it's like... I just wanted to. I didn't really want to make the stream I didn't want to make it look like bait. All right, I still wanted to do a stream, so I delivered. It's just that I did not feel like it didn't feel like making it agonizingly painful. All right, look, it was a 10-minute and 43-second stream. I hope you guys had fun with that. Wow, I wasted 10 minutes of your life. Let's go. I can probably edit that down to an actual video. It'll be great. But yeah, final time, 10 minutes, 43 seconds. Not bad. Hey, anyone that wants to do try and beat my PB, you're more than welcome to try and you have your hand at that. Yeah, alright. Getting rid of that for now. Don't care. I said I don't care. Go away. There you go. Alright. Oh, hold on. I gotta delete the one over here because I thought I was gonna go over here. Also, for some reason, I'm dead. I'm not dead. We're gonna go back. We're back here. Back at it at the Krispy Kreme. And, yeah. I'll be sure to post this later after today's actual stream because, hey, lo and behold, that stream was not a stream. That was not a stream that I really care about because, well, I did care about because I wanted to do the stream because I didn't want it to be completely bait, just moderate bait. Not clickbaiting. It was clickbait. What do you mean it was? What do you mean it was clickbait? Why'd you stop after 6? Because that's all that I only had 6 people. Because I've only had 6 people reply to me on that post. I've reposted that thing. I quote reposted. I think other people and VTubers reposted that thing, but nothing. So it's not my fault. Directly. It was not directly my fault, okay? Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna do it manually. I'm just doing it manually because it's like, okay, the female toggle is kind of cute, but like I don't want to be on the entire stream, okay? Stop! No, you stop. Get a new joke. We're fine with the cat ears. I can let that pass. But yeah. I also, sorry, Lung. I didn't mean to completely just evade you, but hi. I hope you're doing grand today. Welcome to the actual stream that we're doing today. Thank you so much. Frick you, Salty. I'm gonna go look into my beautiful reflection and peek. Sure, yeah, okay. So you don't have... Wait, so you're an iPad kid, but you're not an iPad kid. Because you're looking into some sense of... You're looking into something, but it's just not a TV. You're just a kid, I think. You're not an iPad kid, because that's not an iPad. But that's like... You basically are giving like iPad kid behaviors, if you know what I mean by that, right? Like, that's very iPad kid behavior, don't you think? Anyways. Let's talk about some stuff and things. You can hit me as much as you want, but nothing will hurt me more than my own depression. So, I'm a narcissistic iPad kid. Oh, so you're a TikTok streamer then, right? Because... Why are you mad at me? That's pretty much the same thing! iPad kid, Narcissistic iPad kid, TikToker. Come on, I'm not wrong. I gotta drink some water. I talked really quickly in a matter of 10 minutes. Alright. So, I actually have some fun things I'd like to talk about today. First of all, I want to put some music on because I can, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. Have you ever? I have ever had, yes. But there's a few funny things I had. What's the tier list? What do you mean, what's the tier list? There is no tier list. Soren, you're so late! I already did the tier list stream. It's kind of funny. Soren, just go to my channel, just go to the live section, you'll literally see it was a 10-minute long stream. So, yeah.
I have done nothing but teleport bread for...
You did not... You know, that's funny, Soren, because here, I'm actually gonna really quickly open up a new... Ow. I'm just gonna open up a new thing here. Because I just want to call anyone out that was interested into that little stream I was doing. I want to call you all out if you were interested in it, because I'ma just say, okay, listen to me when I say this. This was this thing, but look at this date that you can't see. All right, look at that date right here, July 8th. You have been given ample time, and I have reposted.
HB, have you ever had a dream where you wear you?
I can't keep a straight face. I was just gonna poker stare. I can't keep a straight face. No, I have not. I assume I'm top at the tier. My bad. I rarely check my Soren Twitter. You should have just checked. So anyways, yeah, you guys failed to see the opportunity. No one posted anything. I have reposted this thing. I've talked about it. And also, I'm pretty sure I talked about this on my Discord. So like, there are little to no excuses. Anyways, let's talk about some more fun things, yes? I got some fun things we can chat. Some things that we can talk about. Sorry, I don't know. Yeah, man, I just got really nauseous there for a second. I had to like shake my head real quick. I just had to shake it up and down. Oh boy. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of that silly thing. Anyways, I guess this stream, I'm gonna be doing some chatting, yes. But I also have some fun general, like, announcements, talks, conversations, discussions I'd like to talk about as well today. First of all, I do want to mention this because I think Q is gonna get a kick out of this. It's really funny. But during my time at work today, I was talking to a coworker, and stop shaking
your tats. It'll give you a headache.
Oh really? Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, you're Q. Stop it. I'm trying to get to a funny thing here. Blah 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 blah. So, okay, hold on. So hey, at work today, I was talking to one of my coworkers, and I was talking about like brain rot, and I was just talking about content and just like TikTok and stuff like that. I wasn't talking about it directly, but like I was talking about more or less the idea of it. And I'm not gonna lie, there was so many times where it's like, what is it? There's a. I was like really close to just trying to like reference a Teto song, and I wanted to ask
La Boo Boo.
La Boo Boo. I was thinking about like, oh, I should definitely just start saying and like sliding some like Vocaloid references into the conversation, because like there's a song called "Rot for Clout" from the person that made Bird Brain and Machine Love, I think.
Labubu.
Jamie Page or something. Jamie P or something like that. But yeah, we were talking about like, oh yeah, brain rot and like clout, and like immediately my brain was like, oh man, I'm thinking of Rot for Clout right now. You know, oh yeah, that hits Teto song. And I also think of Static funny enough as well. And I was like, oh yeah, I should just say like some stupid bullshit. And I also feel like this is a good point to mention of like, hey, I think I now have Vocaloid brain rot because it's now within my normal repertoire of like thought. So woohoo, yay, Vocaloid brain rot, let's fucking go. It infected my mind. I can't stop thinking about it now. Also, yeah, I really didn't like Static at first, but now I'm kind of into it. It's the first verse where it's like 1, 2, 3 kind of got me like, oh, this is kind of stupid. But when it goes to the actual, like, I guess, dropping of the lyrics, it's like, yeah, okay, never mind. This is actually kind of fire. This is actually pretty good. B tier song at most, not an A tier nor S tier. S tier is still like Visitor or whatever the hell the song was called. I don't know. That's S tier. Hold on, I actually gotta go on my Spotify playlist because I actually want to listen to it now. But where is it? When did I add it? I don't remember. I have been listening to like a lot of like Suisei music as well, so like there's just a whole bunch of Suisei music as well, and there's just so much music I've been listening to that's just like anime adjacent, and it's like, damn, I don't listen to normal music anymore. But I don't think that's a problem. Makes me happy, so who cares? I'm just gonna listen to Chinatown Blues because fuck you, I'm gonna listen to that now. I guess I have to do a recent songs tier list then? Sure. S tier is Hatsune Miku. I'm gonna say it. I think I'm gonna say the thing. I'm gonna say a thing, okay? I'm gonna be very heinous when I say this, and I'm gonna say this with my chest. Okay. Ah! I didn't even say what I was gonna say. Okay. I think Hatsune Miku is A tier and Teto's S tier. Yeah, I said it. Yeah. I don't know. I would honestly put them. I'm saying that just for the sense of what is it? What's the word here? Dramatizing, yeah, dramatizing, yeah. In realistic terms, they're both S tier. Teto and Teto and Miku are both S tier Vocaloids. It's just that I'm biased and I like Teto and I like how she sounds more than Miku. Unless it's Deco, because then it's like that Miku is actually like on par S tier of like the AI tech voice thing, whatever the hell it's called for like Teto. The robotic version is the more I don't. Hey, Vocaloid expert Q, can you just remind me what the two variations of the Teto is, and then you can help me because yes, I'm blanking because I don't know much about this Teto stuff, this Teto nonsense, this Miku nonsense, this Vocaloid nonsense. I just listen to thing and it's like, yeah, okay, this is peak, this is pretty good. And also Hatsune Miku is just funny. We love Hatsune Miku. I only listen to Ado and Vtuber or anime music. I mean, I will say I've been listening to more normie music. Like, I've listened to, just, you know, stuff like You Make My Dreams Come True, Real Good Life, blah blah blah, stuff like that. There's Synth V AI voice bank and her Utao voice bank, her OG one. Yeah, so like the voice bank one is like S tier. Deco, I don't know what Miku voice Deco uses, but that's also S tier. Those are the ones that are like very like, they're both on par, the same thing. But then like your generic Miku, I guess, or just Miku, and then Uta voice Teto is both like A tier. I don't know. There's a lot of Miku voice banks actually. Yeah, I wasn't confident with it saying it at all. I was just going like, you know, Deco's Miku is the best sounding one in my opinion. I'm not sure if there's like an official one or like, but like the ones that's I hear more commonly, more or less, that's just kind of like, yeah, that's just like A tier. But like Deco is Deco is S tier because I like that one the most. It just sounds so much nicer. Sorry, I'm just putting like many kinds of musics on because I'm just listening to a whole kinds of music now. It's nice, let me tell you. I can listen to my Spotify and you guys don't hear it, so I don't get endangerment to copyright strikes at all, and you can just listen to this nice lovely jazz mix I have. So yeah. Yeah, let me see here. I'm trying to look through some like stuff here because that's But let's see, there's V1 first, V3, V2, NT, and her soon-to-come-out V6, which is the one I speculate Deco uses. That's cool. That's funny that there are so many versions of Miku. And also, I find it even funnier that you somehow know about the majority of these Miku voices too. V is Vocaloid. Okay. So Vocaloid 2, 3, 4, NT, and her soon to come out 6. That's cool. That's cool. I know nothing about Vocaloid. I don't know how the synthesizers or whatever you want to call them works. I just know that they sound good, they work well, and boy, aren't they silly. I feel like when I go and think about like Vocaloid itself, I just know like basically skin deep knowledge of it in the sense of like, hey, that's funny, or that's good music, and I get that deep and then I don't go any deeper. Yeah, NT is a program that Krypton Future Media tried making, which is her worst sounding voice bank. Krypton. Oh, that's why it sounds familiar, because it's the Superman planet. But with a C instead of a K. So this is just a general question, because I forgot to mention it. But there should be, I'm not sure by how much. Krypton is the company that originally made her, Lamal. I wonder how they feel about Miku nowadays, since there's such a cultural phenomena, you know? Okay, so real quick, because I actually am kind of curious about this, because I didn't mention it at all. Miku is Kryptonian? Yeah, it's Miku Kryptonian. Is she like strong as Superman or something like that? I bet she 1v1s. She obviously beats the 1v1 with Superman, no diff. But okay, let me complete my thought here, chat. Let me complete my thought, please, 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 let me complete my thought, please, 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 let me complete my thought. Let me do it. I'm gonna forget it. Please, 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 please. Let me complete my thought. Okay. I'm done crashing out. Okay. Okay. Has there been any? Do you guys are you guys looking at my stream and there's like any notable difference between this stream and not my last stream, like today last stream, but like stream that I'd done like a while ago? Because I actually did decide to go through my settings and try and see if I can make them look prettier. On paper, you should be seeing 60 FPS, 720p, 60 FPS on Twitch and YouTube side, though I'm not sure the validity of that. Yeah, but I don't know. I would just assume that's probably gonna be better either way. I don't really know. Audio quality, don't know. Visual quality, I don't know. So I am asking for your. Was there any sort of different visuals? I'm not sure. Twitch, let me time out, Q. My internet is dying a little right now, so I can't say. Well, damn. I wasted my time half an hour trying to slave away, trying to figure out to make my stream better for nothing then. Yippee! And it's not the first time I've invested a whole lot of time into so little. Yeah, that's just on brand. You're crunchy for me? You're crunchy. Ever thought about that? You're a crunchy potato chip. If I bit into you, you sound like you sound like pork rinds. I know. At least you're aware, I guess? I don't know. Stop eating each other. Listen, she's so crunchy! Crumb. Jeez, I'm sorry. Hey! Don't make me get the keys. Alright? I don't have my keys. Don't make me play my harmonica. Yeah. Y'all, you want the kazoo? Jeez, you know, it's been a long time since I've actually brought any sort of funny auditory sounds like the. And also it's kind of fun, because like, I forgot, since I've changed my microphone to pick up more small, sensitive sounds, you can actually hear you can actually hear them now. I don't have to change my mic settings. It's great! The default is good. Peak. It's peak if I do say so myself. I remember Doot Doot from TF2, the Newt Newt Pingu. Oh jeez, my brain's moving too quickly now. Okay, wait, now we gotta slow down. Okay, we were going really quickly in the start chat, but now it's like, hold on. I gotta go, we gotta go back now. I gotta just like, tone it down. I'm getting lightheaded at this point. Go back. Take it back a few notches. I'm getting lightheaded. I need to actually like take my headset off too. I'm stimulated. Overstimulated. Okay, give me a sec here. Alright. I definitely need to make. Oh wait, hold on. I'm gonna do that. Hold on. Wait. I need to actually do that. That's really funny in my head. But I have it to. Okay, so I'm not sure if anyone has now taken acknowledgement towards this, but I do have it to where certain sort of keys. That's weird. I have certain little keys to where they will have some acknowledgement, I guess. Oh, what's my reset? There it is. Okay, that's my reset. There are some things I have. Oh, that's the wrong one. I have some keys to where they will. Oh, thank you. Apparently that system reset does not turn on. That does not toggle my glitchiness. But yeah, I have a little thing that happens to where like, oh, my emotes and whatnot. Oh. Okay, there we go, there we go. I have it to where some of my toggles will actually enable certain things. Like, if you don't notice, when I'm angry, my toggle goes kind of crazy with my effects and whatnot, just because it needs to stimulate, like, ah, I'm angry, wah. And like my glitchiness, it kind of is in tandem with my emotion, which I think just makes sense, because usually when I get angry, I just get chaotic and like incomprehensible and loud, and it hurts your eyeballs. Good, that's the point. The visualization is working. But when I'm like upset or like confused, or I guess in this case overstimulated, it's like subtle, but like it's enough to where it's noticeable. And right now I'm very overstimulated, so I just gotta give me a second here. I am going through it. Yeah, we're just gonna actually, the funny thing is I actually have another toggle, and you'll never notice it really, but it's just like a flustered toggle. But I feel like this is a really great toggle for when I'm overstimmed. It's just like, this one just makes a lot of sense. But hold on, let me see if I can actually have it as a separate toggle though, because I don't have another one. Over glitch. Alright, there we go. Hotkey, this is gonna be the item. No, it's the it's not item scene. Trackers. Visual effects. Yes. Okay, and then I need to put on glitchy 2. Have this be 2, and there we go. Overstimulation. We love it. The overstim simulation. So yeah. Hey lads, I'm overstimulated. Ah. Oh dear God, help me. Yeah. All right. Give me a sec here. As I just take a sec. Wow. Whoa. Oh, actually, that's kind of freaky. The little small little bits actually kind of is like, ugh, freaks me out a bit. But it kind of works, just because like, oh yeah, this is how I feel when I'm overstimulated. Of like, yeah, I'm just kind of everywhere. A little bit of everything at once. Take your glasses off so you don't have to be stimulated visually? Does that actually work? In that sense? I don't know, but I'm going to take what you say. I'm going to take what you say to serious thought, I guess. This honestly kind of makes me a bit more stressed out, because like I can't see anything and I can't visualize anything. Anyways, I'm gonna drink some more water. But it's kind of fun now. It's really fun with these. I'm starting to use my toggles more often, which is fun. I like my toggles. It's just I don't really ever find an instance to really have any utility of them. It's weird to say utility, because like they all have their own uses and stuff like that, you know? I just am not very mentally aware of it, you know? But it's kind of fun, especially when I add the little glitchy effects, because it just kind of helps. I hope that like the visual actually kind of emulates how I do feel a little bit, because like, oh, I can keep composed if I just stand still and not move. So yeah, I think it plays well into that, you know. The anger one is just kind of, that just works. You know, I head for anger. Oh no, I want to use more. I want more toggles, but like, there's at the same time, it's like I want to make toggles that make sense for me. You know, it's funny. A lot of VTubers, such as myself, I'm gonna call myself out, will go commission toggles and whatnot, and then very rarely use them. But I think it's a good time to actually be aware of it, to use them and all that whatnot. The fluster toggle makes you more like a woman. I'm gonna bury you 6 feet under, and no one's gonna find your body because I'm going to bury your body in the middle of nowhere in a desert. Because from what I know, from what I've seen and heard, the best way to dispose of a body is just burying it in the middle of nowhere, 6 feet under. If you try and like vaporize it, this and that stuff like that can get tracked. But if you just have a shovel, and most people have shovels on hand, if you want to dispose of the body, just dig it somewhere in the desert where no one can find it. And yeah, crime novels, we love them. Anyways, yeah, I actually have to squint right now because I can't see anything. Or not like a woman, but more soft, bread-related toggles. I do want to actually... Okay, so there are like a few toggles I really, really want. First things first, I want Douglas back. I want to bring back Douglas. He is such a guy, a little gamer, and I want to bring him back. So Douglas is definitely on the high priorities of things I want as a toggle. That's a big one. I want Douglas back. Honestly, that might be it. That's the only toggle I want. And other than that, I just want to go commission Min Min of like I want to just commission her some more expressions and whatnot, just because I think it'd be fun. I want more expressions. Well, not more expressions, but updated expressions and whatnot. But that's something that I will keep to myself and not tell you guys, because that is a little secret. Speaking, you know, this is a great transition, because speaking of hold on, it just slipped my brain. Speaking of like VTuber related stuff and whatnot, I have been thinking about making schedules more often, but like a more traditional schedule. But I also want to have my flexibility of like, oh yeah, I might stream on this day, and also just because I think it'd be really funny to be streaming in this sort of sense here. I'm surprised I'm able to see what I can. I'm gonna dye my hair Migu color later. Schedule, I need them. Yeah, hold on. I'm going to show you my idea of what I want to do for scheduling and whatnot. Hold on. There's some stuff I gotta move around. Hold on. I'm also putting my glasses back on because I just need to see. Hold on, I gotta bring up my notepad, so I actually have a small notepad to help me remember this. Okay, let me check something. Everything is Daijobu. Okay, so call me a bit of a Uma Musume fanboy and chronic gamer. But listen, I have a very funny thing. I have a very funny idea, alright? Do you see this? We all know, if you know Uma Musume, you know that's the thing for careers and whatnot. But I got a really funny idea for schedule making, because usually when I make a schedules, I usually make it very what's the word? Ambiguous. I usually have my schedules. I'll show you my schedule. I usually make my schedules like this, but it's always with an asterisk. Also, I feel less overstimulated, so we're fine now. I usually make it an asterisk, and you see how there's like a fail percentage, and that goes up with how much energy you have. So I kind of want to make something that's like, wait, is this pixel art? Wait. I don't know if it's pixel art, but that looks like pixel art. Anyways, I kind of want to make a stream schedule base that is pretty much like this, that like, oh hey, from the point of when I'm making this is my energy level and this is my mood, and then it's like, oh, this is stream 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and these will be like the first 5 of the day, and you'll have percentages of like, oh yeah, there's a 50% chance I'm gonna stream today, and there's gonna be like a 10% chance I'm gonna stream today, you know? I think it'd be really fun. And then on like, if you were to like, if I do collab streams, they're gonna have like the little icons of who I collab with. Like, I think that would be really cute. I think that'd be really cool. Even I would go as far and say, like, that would be a really cool collab sort of thing. Actually making it animated, so like, oh, when you like actually like when it goes through like the as it goes through like the stream schedule, it will actually go through like, oh, this day is a percentage that this may happen, and this with people and stuff like that. I think that would be peak. That would be actually really cool to try and do. Now, whether or not I actually end up doing that is a different story, but I would like to try and figure that out. That'd be kind of fun. Be really fun to do. So, yeah. Wah, 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 wah. Wee, 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 wee. Wah, 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 wah. Wee, 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 wee. So yeah, that's an idea I had. Speaking of other ideas, this is just a great transition to another thing I wanted to talk about today. I have been thinking, and I've been thinking really hard about this actually. I have been thinking very, very hard over the idea of making another Minecraft server. I know. Salty makes another Minecraft server that's gonna flop in another month because everyone gets tired of playing Minecraft, and it's like listen, it's gonna be a little bit more interesting, a little bit more fun because it's Cobblemon. I feel like the thing when it comes to the Minecraft, the thing is very straightforward. Go to the end, get the Ender Dragon, blah. But with Cobblemon, it's a little bit more different because you actually gotta build a team. You gotta be the very best. But I'm actually gonna try to make it more interesting in the sense of like, okay, every so often, like the day where we're all not busy, I'm going to stream, and every single time I stream, at the end or the beginning, we will have a competition. And I actually am going to go put out, I'm willingly going to put out money out for this. So there is a monetary incentive. Because you know what? Everyone loves money, right? But like, it's going to be a fairly good prize pool too. Like $25. A 25, I'm going to, on paper, I want to give $25 on Steam. Or $25 if they want it on PayPal. Either or. So I want to try and have like, hey, here is a genuine prize pool. I want you all to play the game, and if you play good, you will win money. Will that make people go against meta strategies and stuff like that? Yes. But the fun thing is that you would not be allowed to play by a meta. This is the thing about the Cobblemon server that I want to try and do, because like for a Cobblemon, my idea is that everyone is a gym leader. All right, everyone. There's gonna be more than 8 gyms. All right, everyone is a gym leader, and you just gotta compete to be the very best. There is no Elite Four. There's only gym leaders. Or I guess we're gonna call them type leaders, I guess, and type leaders, and it's gonna come to me. Type leaders and the champion, I guess. Type gods, no. But at the same time, it's like I want to make it interesting because I personally think it's really boring to just have a monotype gym leader. Because it kind of makes your strategy very stoic. So I kind of want to try and make it almost dual type dual type leaders and whatnot, you know. So like, I personally am gonna go out and say, if I end up doing this, I'm gonna try and get a better idea. I want to make it so it's like, oh hey, I want to be a water steel type leader, and you know that's valid. You just can't overlap. Like, there can't be 2 steel water type trainers. Now you can have a steel fire type trainer, sure, that is fine, valid. But you can't have steel and water. Once that one dual type is checked out, no more. So there's that. But now I have to try and think of other incentives, and I'm gonna get a little notepad here so we can actually get this idea down. So Cobblemon server, we're not doing pink because that's stupid. Sorry, Q. You're not stupid. I'm stupid. I'm the problem. Okay, so now that we got that down. Champions bracket. I think that's what we're gonna call it. We would have, you're not pink? Oh yeah, that's right! You're not pink! Sorry, wait, yeah, never mind. Yeah, pink is stupid. Sorry, I can say that. You're not pink. Sorry. I got confused with something else. What that thing was? I don't know. $25 prize pool. Streamed event. We will have, type leaders, trainers with a duo or mono type leader, team. But let's see. I think I want to try and make almost like 2. Let's see. I think Cobblemon actually does support double battles now. So I think I would probably have to make a poll of like, do we want to do double battles, single battles, or coin flips to see what we do for those battles. But I also want to do another thing of making incentive, because I want to make it so like, oh, the more you play or this and that, blah, 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 blah. I kind of want to make it to where you can't use the same team consecutively. Like, you can play the same team every other bracket, but you cannot play the same team over and over and over, because that gets stale, that gets boring, right? But if you play the first team, then the second team, and then like other sort of things like that, I think that makes a much more fun dynamic. So no consecutive use teams, and that will be described as 3 plus same Pokemon on a team, because people are probably gonna go like, oh, let me change one Pokemon for my main team. It's like, no, half your team has to be different, at least. No, actually, you know what? It needs to be more brutal. More than half your team has to be different. More than half your team has to be different, so you have to come in with a new, different, and unique strategy. I think that'll be fun. Now I'm also gonna make a different bracket, sort of a runner-up bracket. We'll just call it leaders bracket, because I know there's some people that are probably gonna be on the server just for fun and this and that and this. So how about we have it to where we can just have something a bit more casual. The champions bracket is going to be a streamed event, prize pool, and it is going to be more competitive based. While the leaders bracket is going to be more casual, whimsy and silly, but I'll still put in a funny prize pool of $5 for, yeah, a prize pool for 10%. No, okay, I gotta think of a good percentage, because like I'll have, I want to do like, oh, first, second, third, but that implies that there's gonna be more than 3 people in this thing that I want to do. So it's like, oh, what's a good way of saying it? It's like percentage, like, oh, 10% of whatever. $5 prize pool. Strict. Best of 3. All in good fun and whimsy. There we go. So this is kind of the Cobblemon server idea I have. Just having a lot of just lads, creators, whatnot, come in play. $25 prize pool, I think that's kind of fun. $25 is not a lot, but it's at least something to go like, huh, that's a nice amount. That's a nice amount of money. $5 is nice and silly and whimsy, so there's that. Type leaders, you are restricted to using only these kinds of Pokemon in the competitive based things. The consecutive team use rule will make it so there's more innovation and more training and this and that. Yeah, Cobblemon server is real. It's possible. It still needs to be worked on, honestly. This is just kind of getting the base idea down, you know? I do want to do a Cobblemon server again. They are quite fun. I like Cobblemon. Gotta think of some real fun strategies and whatnot. So it's just an idea. This is kind of the baseline of the idea I have. But it's gonna be more interesting because there's like a genuine prize pool, there's proper stakes, there's this and that, you know? I don't know. But I'm also probably gonna have this very open. In the sense that, like, if you want in, just let me in. I mean, just let me know. Give me your username and I'll let you in, you know? Viewers could come in, VTubers can come in, etc, etc. There's no real means of entry. You can be competitive as you want with Pokemon. You can not be as competitive as possible, etc, and etc. So yeah, I think that's pretty much the basis of the idea of like Cobblemon and whatnot. If I were to make a Cobblemon server, so there's that. Sounds good. I might have a couple people who would be interested. Cool, cool. You know what they say, all good ideas start small, right? So this is just the small ideas I have for now. That's really it. Once more. Funny transition. But I am also just gonna now do some funny office work, in a sense. Not office work in a traditional office work, but there is some work I need to do, and I thought that this would actually be kind of fun to do on stream because of what is it? This would be really fun to do on stream, just because you get to see the ideology, the thought process, and stuff like that when it comes to my job. I've made a document. I'm gonna try and make it as as safe-proof as possible, so you won't be able to see like my thing, because I use this for work. This is a document that I would use for work. Hold on, I'm actually trying to get the formatting done right now as we speak, just because the format is good but it needs to be better. I never actually got down to actually making and finalizing this thing because I haven't really worked on this in quite some time. But I do want to just show you the ideas, the thought process that comes with, I guess, trying to make menus and whatnot. I think that's kind of a fun thing to do, no? So I have to do this, but I have to do this very smartly because I need to make sure that I don't dox myself. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna to make it easier for myself and just I'll just talk about it as I'm writing this stuff down because it's essentially what I have is a Google document, right? I have a Google Docie, and it's just a whole bunch of things of me thinking of ideas for entree ideas and stuff like that. And you know what? Let's just talk about that. You know. So at my job, we have an event of sorts. Not an event. We have this very specific event. No, okay, it is an event, I guess. We have this specific event that we do to where it's like, hey, you can come in for lunch, and then our menu changes every 3 weeks, but we have 3 set menus for every single week. We have week A, B, and C, and throughout those 3 weeks, we do a different sort of menu set. So I have been tasked. Someone else is supposed to help me, but they aren't exactly the most willing, nor do they really want to. So I'm just gonna go and tell you my mental processes of like trying to figure out some menu ideas because I think it's fun. So usually we have to put in like several sort of ideas. Some of them have to be simple because a lot of the clientele like really simple, approachable food. But then we like to be a little bit more creative. We like to add something a little bit more fun to the mix. Just because, for one thing, making the same thing over and over and over again gets stale for us. And it's not innovating and it's not fun. And then we kind of lose interest and then the food just isn't up to standard. So there's that. So we try and make it more interesting, but not too foreign, but still make it unique enough, not just for ourselves, so it's fulfilling for us, but also make it so that it's interesting enough for the guests that come in to eat. So we're gonna talk about that whatnot. Hi, by the way, Amanda, if I didn't say that already. Hi. So but the thing that also makes this really difficult, because all this sounds easy on paper, like, oh yeah, making a whole bunch of menu ideas, easy. Here's the tricky part. They're all buffet items. And if you know anything about buffet items, they will die. They will die in the Schaefer's because when something just sits in a hot, steamy bath, if it's a fried food, it's gonna die. It's gonna perish. It is gonna get soggy, it's gonna get sad, and it's just not gonna be, it's gonna be overcooked. So there's stuff like that that I have to think about when I create menu ideas, stuff like that, and among that mindset. So, let me see here. I do have it though, to where my coworker did throw in some ideas. So there are some ideas already here present, and some of them are actually fairly good. It's a shame she's not very interested in making ideas and whatnot because she's been very much. It's confusing. Hold on, I gotta write down potato Romanoff because that was an idea someone had. There are some it's just a whole thing. Working in a kitchen is very stressful, and people will construed, mislead, and twist your own words in ways where it's like, I did not suggest that, but you gotta roll with it because, boy howdy, the kitchen moves fast, and if you don't move fast, you'll eat grass. Yeah. Anyways. I have to make essentially 9 menus, but within these 9 menus, we have a protein, a fish, a starch, and a vegetable option. So in a sense, I have to make 9 times 4 item ideas, which is like 36 separate items that I have to try and create. But the issue about that, quote-unquote issue, is trying to make them all cohesive and something that makes sense. Because it won't make sense if I make like chicken curry and then do blackened grouper for a fish entree, because like then you got the South Then you got like East Asia with like India and stuff like that. And then like, what if I did like polenta? And it's like now we're in Italy, and now this is just a weird mixes of flavors. So you kind of have to make some of the items cohesive and make some sense and have some synergy, if you will. Like, oh, I want to do a beef bourguignon, and then you can do pommes puree, and then haricot vert with almonds and butter, and then you'll have like a nice paliopi, like salmon paliopi or something like that. That's all within the same kind of cuisine. They all synergize very well with each other, because like, hey, who doesn't love like both beef bourguignon and like some mashed potatoes essentially, and a little bit of green beans and some little nuts and stuff on top. So you want to make, when I make this menu, you want to try and make sure that everything's cohesive, it makes sense, and isn't, more importantly, difficult to make and like turn out. Because oh boy, I would love to try and make a beef Wellington, but a beef Wellington will take way too long, too much labor, and cost too much money to make. So there's stuff like that I have to also take into account when it's making a menu item. It's great, it's fun. Makes me want to shoot myself, but yeah. Anyways, make up a fictional cuisine and make a coherent meal from it. So you want me to do fine dining? I'm not for that. But I do have some fun ideas, and like, hey, if I'm just gonna bounce ideas, and if anyone else is interested and wants to talk about it, you're more than welcome to. That's so real, because that's what fine dining is. You make up stuff on the fly. You kind of make it make sense, you know? You kind of put things together, and it's like, oh, that makes sense. It works together like that. There's some cohesion. The flavor profiles work together, and it's like, yeah, it's nice. I personally think fine dining, like really high quality food and stuff, not high quality. There's upscale, and then there's fine dining. Fine dining is the really crazy dishes, really pretty dishes, and all this and that. And there's nothing I'm trying to discount that for. It is a true talent and art. But it is really hard to, I would imagine, I don't know anything about it in the sense of business, but I imagine that it is a losing. You do not gain money from that. You will lose money, because not only is it very unapproachable for the average clientele, unless you make it approachable, but usually those meals tend to be very, very expensive. So, you know, it's not approachable, it's fairly expensive, and it's kind of niche, to be honest. And in comparison, like, if I tell you, oh, let's go to a nice fine dining with a 12-course menu and this and that, or if I tell you like, hey, let's go to this nice burger place. They have good burgers and fries and stuff like that. Blah, 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 blah. On a casual day, what would you rather go for? Because like for a fine dining place, you want to get like nice and dressed. You want to bring some good friend. You probably want to bring like a special occasion and this and that. And it's like there's nothing wrong with that. However, it probably doesn't make as much money versus that really good burger place that makes really good fries. You know? In general, you do not gain money from restaurants. Exactly. But it's even more so with like those fine dinings and whatnot too. Course dining, different story. I don't know. Course dining is a little different, because like course dining you could technically say is just your general dining areas. You know? Okay, so let's talk about my ideas, because I do actually have some ideas already written down here. If you guys ever heard of it, there is something called a cottage pie. I hope you know what that is. Very simple, very homey, and very approachable. A cottage pie is a shepherd's pie, but instead of the sheep, it is the cow. Cows mean cottage for some reason. If you use lamb, it is a shepherd's pie. But yeah. It's also very good to, it very much holds in the shape very well. I can just kind of throw it in, and it's just like, yeah, it's easy. You just replace the chafer and stuff like that, and it's like, it's very easy to put out and very easy to get hot. Because in reality, what I can really do, get everything hot. I mean, cook everything. You know, put the nice little designs on the, the Wellingtons, with the potatoes and whatnot, get a nice tip, and then have it sit overnight and whatnot, and then blast it, nuke it the next day, and then it's like perfectly cooked and all that whatnot. I would probably more or less actually do the potatoes the day of, just because day-old potatoes just makes me sad, personally. So there's that. But cottage pie is very, very easy. Approachable. A lot of the clientele is the older crowd, so it's very nostalgic for them, so they love that stuff. And also I don't have to worry about, which is also another thing I failed to mention, sauce. It does not need sauce. Because usually a lot of these things need sauce. If they don't have sauce, they will dry out, and it is terrible. Okay. I assume cottage pie was made primarily by families in cottages, nothing to do with the cows. Let me look it up. Why is cottage pie called cottage pie? Originally a eat tradition to poorer people who lived in cottages. Alright, you're correct. That is true. And the ingredients were affordable and often included leftovers. Okay, that is... Yep. Well, Bush is smart. I would believe it. I would never been right in my life. Well, then stop being left. Just be right. Okay, so I do have some other fun ideas. Because there are some fun things you can do with, like, I guess beef in general. Now I gotta try and look into it, because I don't know if I can do, like, I don't know, like a steak option. But like, if I could, I would like to do like a steak crusted option. I'm just using this as a placeholder idea, but like a filet mignon, and doing either a peppercorn crust and making an pov sauce with that. That'd be nice. The only thing about steak options and doing them in a hot well is that they will overcook. So you're gonna have to cook them rare, and by the time the end of the shift happens and comes around, it will probably be medium well. Which is, Not everyone wants rare or medium well, and that just makes it kind of tricky overall, because you're trying to now like, oh, well, what if I want this, blah, 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 want a well done. So that makes complications. But it would be kind of nice doing an au poivre, or maybe like a steak Diane and stuff like that, or hell, doing a stroganoff, beef stroganoff. That's a popular thing that a lot of lads like. I don't know. Grilled za'atar. Okay, I'm just moving on to chicken options now. Grilled za'atar. Like, za'atar is a very fun Mediterranean flavor, seasoning blend of sorts, almost like Cajun. It's not like Cajun, but in the same sense that a Cajun or Old Bay is like a spice blend. Za'atar, I believe, is also a spice blend, but it's more of a Mediterranean sort of thing. Mediterranean flavors and such like that. Or at least used in Mediterranean cuisines. What does Mediterranean mean? I honestly don't know. But that is a buzzword that people like. So a grilled za'atar airline is very nice. She did a very good idea of that. With a tarragon mushroom sauce is very good too. That would work very nicely, actually. Flavors would work very well, nice and umami, with the nice freshness of the tarragon, working with the nice flavors of the tar and chicken. That sounds great. That sounds grand. I kind of want to almost add cream to it, but that would kind of ruin it in a sense, because it's kind of healthy, but I don't know. I feel like thin chili and herb soup. You know, that's not a bad idea for like a sauce. Like doing a jalapeno sauce would be very fun, actually. I don't know. Let me see. Oh, I do chicken pot pie. I think that'd be a fun thing to do. I'm not sure how exactly I would do that. Mediterranean is the Southwest European countries. I'm not geographically inclined to know what that all is. Chicken pot pie. That'd be a fun thing to do. Southeast. Okay, very neat. I'm sorry that I don't sound interested in that. It's just that I just don't really understand. Usually when at my job, when we usually refer to like Mediterranean food, we usually have the inclusion of olives, feta, zucchini, stuff like that, olive oils and all that whatnot. But it's kind of almost like a bastardization of it. It's almost like saying like, oh, Korean food has soy sauce, sugar, and sesame oil. Korean. Even though that's almost very generalized for just Asian food in general. It's like, what makes it Asian? What makes it Korean? You know? It's like saying, oh yeah, Mediterranean. Mediterranean in my head is like the same buzzword you would use to describe Asian food. Like, Asian food is Asian food. Mediterranean food is Mediterranean food, you know? Like, Asian food is like, oh, it has soy sauce and this and that. Mediterranean food is like, oh, it has olives and feta and that, and it's cold and raw, blah. So there's stuff like that, you know? Two large region cuisine, I guess, yeah. Like, Greek is Mediterranean. That makes sense. Yeah, I definitely am thinking about a lot of these options though. Like a chicken pot pie would be very nice. That would be killer. A lot of lads would really love that. And a cottage pie on top of that. Oh, they could go buck wild over that. They would go crazy. I think usually, actually, we usually like to have 6 chicken items, though. Who's the audience? It's random. But generally, it's a bunch of more older-aged, middle-aged gentlemen with a lot of money. So, their palate is very basic. But they are more health-oriented. We occasionally have, like, other groups come in, but, like, usually general rule of thumb is just like, okay, just make it kind of approachable but simple, you know? Unique, but not terribly unique, you know? Oh, it's your normal work. Yeah, yes, this is my job. This is my job. I'm actually genuinely talking about my job. Right now, what I'm doing, what I'm talking about, and just saying, if you lads say something, I'll throw this idea in my menu, and then I will put it on there, and then if it's good, I'll let you know. But if it flops and it's bad, I'm also pointing my finger at you and never trusting you ever again. But that being said, you're welcome to spit out ideas if you'd like. Anyways, I got fish ideas because I found out today we can get our hands on grouper, and I think grouper is an extremely delicious fish. Grouper is delicious, it's flaky, it's soft, it's pretty good. It's fairly soft, it's kind of like bass, but a little bit more meaty, funny enough. So it can take some more harsh flavors, but at the same time, it's like nice and tropical in my head. I like the idea of that sort of stuff. I don't know, doing like a nice grouper and then doing like a corn caper relish would be really good actually. But I'm not sure what kind of like seasoning I would do for the grouper. I'm not even sure if grouper is affordable, but like getting like grouper, I wouldn't want to do blackened because I feel like that's a little bit. Oh wait, no, hold on, wait. A blackened grouper with a what is it? It would be with like a lemon caper. No, not lemon caper. What did I say prior to that? a corn caper relish with pickled onions on top. Have a bit of nice acidity, flavor, and sweetness from the corn and caper relish, and then have that nice little flares of color and a bit pop of flavor from the pickled onions on top of the really harshly blackened, but it still has that nice spice and capsaicin and that charred, smoky flavor from the blackening seasoning on top of that already really flaky and meaty grouper. Ooh, that sounds really good. I'm gonna put that on. Not too hard to make too. Relish is very easy to make. Relish we use in a very broad sense. Here, let me look up what relish definition is. Yeah, it's kind of use salsa. Okay, wait. A condiment. Oh, it's a relish is a cooked and pickled culinary dish made of chopped vegetables, fruit, or herbs. Capers, it's debatable, but it could be a corn caper relish, quote unquote, so that'd be nice. Yeah, but that would be very nice to work all together. Soy, sesame glazed salmon. It's healthy, flavorful, something that isn't too scary. Miso soy, glazed salmon. Who doesn't like salmon? Salmon's great. Oh, I'm gonna stop talking about food for now because, Twitch decided they wanted to run ads. So we're running ads. So I'm gonna take this time to actually take a little mental break. How y'all doing today? How are you doing on YouTube side? Oh, and Twitch should be back. Welcome back, lads. Welcome back from the ads. Starting to feel sluggish? Me too, honestly. I'm kind of feeling a little tired myself. That being said, I would actually like to mention something because I want to mention schedule. Schedule. So first things first. Tomorrow's stream of the X and Y Soul Link stream I want to do with Q is being moved to next week, I think. Hold on. I forgot. Yeah, I think next week we're gonna do that. She has some important means to get to, so there's that. Thursday, I want to do my gluten-free bread stream, but I'm not sure. That is just something that's in the books. Oh, just mentioning this now because I do want to mention this. Streams are slowly gonna start slowing down too, if that's not obvious already. I will go and say I am actually starting to feel a bit of, not backlash, more whiplash, because there is no backlash. I'm just feeling whiplash for myself. Just constantly going blah, 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 and doing all these streams and whatnot. Feeling a little burnt out. So I'm gonna take this time to start slowing down, and also with the busy season coming up with my job, I definitely need to slow down because I gotta focus on my work and all that whatnot. I might stream Friday, I might not. I got some stream ideas I want to try and do. I got some collabs I want to coordinate and whatnot, but that's gonna require a lot of time. Hell, I might even take the next week, not off, but like be very light on streams just because I want to go do stuff. Like, I probably want to try to fix up that that schedule idea I have. I think that'd be really fun, but it's just gonna require a lot of resource and time to get that set. And also just generally getting collabs set too and scheduled. And that's just gonna take a lot of resources and time as well. So there's a lot of stuff that I want to worry about in that regard, you know? Prioritization. Novel concept. Oh, okay, so you know what's a big thing actually? You know what's a really big thing I want to do? Hold on, first of all, not big, it's not really a big thing, but it's just a general thing because I've realized this recently and it's kind of funny. But I've realized I've kind of stuck. Actually, I gotta look at my streams real quick because I want to make sure that I'm not just pulling this out of nowhere. I want to make sure that I have my own validity to it. But I have been doing a lot of chat streams, which isn't a problem, but I kinda, funny enough, I just want to do some games. I just want to play some more video games, honestly. So I want to play some more gaming streams, and I've been playing a lot of Uma Musume, I know, and I've played Minecraft recently. So I really want to play that Cobblemon thing, because I think that'll be really fun. I really want to do Cobblemon again, try and gather a lot of people. But the issue is that I want to gather... What is it? I want to... What is it? I just want to... What's the word here? I want to gather a sizable amount of people to do it. If I decide to do Cobblemon, I want to make sure at least I have 15 people. I want 15 people that are really willing to try and do and have fun with it. Now, does that mean I want 15 people active at the same time? No. But I want, what is it? I at least want to have at least 3 active people, you know? Hold on, I just found a silly cat meme. I gotta send it to Q. Alright. Let's see. 15 invest people. Good luck, brother. Yeah. Well, what I mean by invested, I mean by at least playing like 3 times a week. 1 time at minimum. That's really it. Invested is just that people just play on the server casually. I want to try and make it so like, hey, if you want to play on this thing, you can, and it's not like, oh, you don't have to, what is it? You don't have to stream it. It's just that, have fun. And also just be okay with being streamed, I guess? I don't know. Once more, that whole thing is gonna get planned. I gotta work on that still. So, meh. Uma. Let me see. Actually, kind of, you know, I'm gonna go out and say it. I do want to mention this, but like, I am getting kind of hungry and I want some food. So, I think I actually might end stream fairly early today. I know I've only been streaming for a whole single hour, but like, yeah, I'm kind of reaching my limit here. I want some food. I am quite hungry, so I am probably gonna log off here for now. That only makes sense. Yeah. I do see someone that I want to go raid. They are currently live. It is, actually, you know what? We raid into Rhea all the time. Let's go raid Alina Miser. Alina Miser. We'll go raid into her. Yes. So I'm gonna do that. Let's see, is there anyone on YouTube we can raid? Doesn't look like it. So yeah, I think we're just gonna end it up here then. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna send you off to Melon Miser. Yes, that's her name now. That's the name I'm now making. Ellen Miser. We're gonna say good hi to them. So here's a raid message if you are willing or wanting of one. Thank you all for tuning in today. I hope to see you around. I'm not sure if I'm gonna stream tomorrow, but keep an eye out. I might stream tomorrow. I hope you guys have a good rest of your morning, afternoon, and or evening. And I will see you around when I see you next. I'm gonna go make food. Saltea Kichee, everyone, and ciao.